The Alhambra is a palace and fortress complex located in Granada, Andalusia, Spain. It is one of the most famous monuments of Islamic architecture and one of the best preserved palaces of the historic Islamic world, in addition to containing notable examples of Spanish Renaissance architecture. The complex was begun in 1238 by Mohammed I ibn al-Hamar, the first Nasrid Emir and founder of the Emirate of Granada, the last Muslim state of Al-Andalus. The most significant construction campaigns, which gave the royal palaces much of their definitive character, took place in the 14th century during the reigns of Yusuf I and Mohammed V. The Alhambra was one of the first Islamic monuments to become the object of modern scientific study. It is now one of Spain's major tourist attractions and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The architecture of the Nasrid Palaces reflects the tradition of Moorish architecture developed over previous centuries. Throughout the palace, you can see a phrase written, "Wala ghalib illallah," which means there is no victor except Allah. This is an Arabic phrase that was used as a motto of the Nasrid Emirate of Granada. The architecture of the Nasrid Palaces reflects the tradition of Moorish architecture developed over previous centuries. It is characterized by the use of the courtyard as a central space and basic unit around which other halls and rooms were organized. Courtyards typically had water features at their center, such as a reflective pool or a fountain. The last Nasrid Sultan, Mohammed XII of Granada, surrendered the Emirate of Granada in January 1492. Mohammed XII moved the remains of his ancestors from the complex, and the remains are now likely to be located in Mondejar in the Principality of Lacrin. After the conquest, the Alhambra became a royal palace and property of the Spanish crown. Isabella and Ferdinand initially took up residence here and stayed in Granada for several months, up until 25th May 1492. It was during this stay that two major events happened. On 31st March, the monarch signed the Alhambra decree, which ordered the expulsion of all Jews in Spain who refused to convert. Christopher Columbus, who had also been present to witness the surrender of Granada, presented his plans for an expedition across the Atlantic to the monarchs in the Hall of Ambassadors, and on 17th April they signed the contract which set the terms for the expedition, which landed in the Americas later that year. Between 1810 and 1812, Granada was occupied by Napoleon's army during the Peninsular War. The French troops occupied the Alhambra as a fortified position and caused significant damage to the monument. Upon evacuating the city, they attempted to dynamite the whole complex to prevent it from being reused as a fortified position. They successfully blew up 8 towers before the remaining fuses were disabled by a Spanish soldier, Jose Gracia, whose actions saved what remains today. The Alhambra is now one of the most popular tourist destinations in Spain. Research, archaeological investigations, and restoration works have also remained ongoing in the 21st century.
بنده توست قربان شوم آیین و فرهنگ تو قربان شوم آیین و فرهنگ تو جان کشتم مرا زلفان چنگ چنگ تو آخ صد قشقم چشمان قشنگ تو آخ صد قشقم چشمان قشنگ تو